Hey, and welcome to the opening of the 19th and 20th pack from the Ikoria booster box. I tried to actually lower the bit rate for the stream, but I seem to still have issues with some lost frames here, actually a lot. So I'm just going to stop, reset, and then try again. So see you. All right, welcome back. I just reset the router and just restarted OBS and some stuff, and hopefully it'll run a little bit smoother this time. So again, welcome to the opening of the 19th and 20th booster pack from the Ikoria booster box. So for a little extra for this video and probably for the future videos, I also have a Theros booster pack that we can open and take a look at. So we'll open 3 boosters today, but let's get the Ikoria boosters out of the pack here. Get that set out of the way. And we have the 3 packs here. So let's take them in this order. Let's start up with the Ikoria pack. And let's see what we have here. So I just pre-ordered the a box of Core 2021 today and a bundle. So I'm looking very much forward to getting that next month. Okay, we're starting off with a black common, a enchantment aura. For 1 black, the dead weight. It's an enchant creature. An enchanted creature gets -2/-2. All right. Then we have a green common. We have the ram through. So it is an instant that costs 1 and a green. And it says target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. If the creature you control has trample, excess damage is dealt to that creature's controller. So that is fantastic. That is actually pretty cool. So you probably don't even have to tap your creatures. You can just get a big one out and just hit something with that. All right, then we have the Facet Reader, a blue common human wizard that costs 1 and a blue to cast. It's a 1/2 and says for 1 and tapping it, draw a card, then discard a card. So also pretty cool. Then we have the Lava Serpent, a red common elemental serpent for 5 and a red. It's a 5/5 that has haste and it has cycling for 2 as well. Then we also have the Savai Sabertooth, a white common cat, a 3/1, and it costs 1 and a white to cast. So also pretty cool there. And we have a black common, the Blitz Leech, a leech that costs 5 and a black to cast, and it's a 5/2 that has flash and says when Blitz Leech enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls get -2/-2 until end of turn. Remove all counters from that creature. Pretty cool. Then we have a black common Nightmare Pangolin, the Gloom Pangolin. It costs 2 and a black to cast, and it's a 1/5 creature. Then we have the Patagia Tiger. So it's a cat with flying. It's a 3/4 that costs 4 and a white to cast, and it says when Patagia Tiger enters the battlefield, target human you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So pretty cool for a human deck to boost those. Then we have the blue Dreamtail Heron. So it's a blue and elemental bird. It's a 3/4. It costs 4 and a blue to cast. It has mutate for 3 and a blue. It has flying. And it says whenever this creature mutates, draw a card. So also very nice. And then we have Plummet. So it's a green instant, cost 1 and a green to cast. And it just says destroy target creature with flying. Good against flying decks. All right, and then we're getting into the uncommons. Here we have the Archpagolagor. I think it's a Leviathan, a creature, blue creature, costs 5 and 2 blue to cast. It's a 7/7 that has mutate. And it says whenever this creature mutates, tap up to X target creatures, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap step. Very nice. And then we have the Soranus? Yeah, Soranus Howlbonder, a multicolor, uncommon human warrior that has menace. It's a 2/2 and costs 1 and either a black or and 2 either black or red mana to cast. And it says each creature you control with menace can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. Oh, that's pretty cool as well. And then we have the Savai Crystal. It's a artifact that costs 3 to cast, uncommon, and you can tap it for either a red, a white, or a black mana. And then it has cycling for 2 as well. Oh, cool. Then we have a mythic General Kudro of Draneth. A mythic legendary creature, a human soldier. It's a multicolor that costs 1 and a white and a black to cast. And it's a 3/3 that says other humans you control get +1/+1. Whenever General Kudro of Draneth or another human enters the battlefield under your control, exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. Oh, pretty cool. And for 2 mana, sacrifice 2 humans, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. So great for taking out those big creatures. Very nice. And then we have the Rugged Highlands, a land, a common land. It comes into the battlefield tapped. You gain 1 life, and then you can add either a red or a green mana to your mana pool. And a human soldier token. All right, next up is the Theros pack. Let's see what we have in this one. Oops. There we go. I think I got it all though. Okay, for the Theros, we have an Inspire Awe, a green common instant that costs 3 and a green to cast, and it says prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn, except combat damage that would be dealt by enchanted creatures and enchantment creatures. And it has Scry for 2. Scry 2. I think we'll put him up here actually, just to get him a little bit divided. Then we have a white common giant, a creature. It's a 3/6, the Rumbling Sentry. When Rumbling Sentry enters the battlefield, scry 1. Nice. Then we have a blue enchantment creature, a nymph, the Najat, I don't know, Najat of Hidden Coves. It's a 2/3 creature that costs 2 and a blue to cast, and it says, as long as it's not your turn, spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. So pretty good for those instances if you want to cast those, guess. Then we have a red common sorcery, the Wrap in Flames. It's a red sorcery that costs 3 and a red to cast, and it says Wrap in Flames deals 1 damage to each of up to 3 target creatures. Those creatures can't block this turn. Pretty cool. Then we have the Underworld Charger, a nightmare horse that has 3/3 and costs 2 and a black to cast. And it says that Underworld Charger can't block. It has escape for 4 and a black, and it exiles 3 other cards from your graveyard. Underworld Charger escapes with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Oh, pretty cool for the escape effect there. Then we have the Vexing Gull, a blue bird that costs 2 and a blue to cast. It has flash and flying, and it's a 2/2 creature. And we have a red creature, a Minotaur warrior, Scophos War Leader. So it costs 4 and a red to cast. It has 4/5, and it says for a red mana, sacrifice another creature or an enchantment. Scophos War Leader gets +1/+0 and gains menace until end of turn. Pretty cool. Then we have the Warbriar Blessing, a enchantment aura. Costs 1 and a green to cast, and of course it's green. Enchant creature you control. When Warbriar Blessing, enters the battlefield, enchanted creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Okay, each deals damage. Oh yeah, enchant creature gets +0/+2. Cool. And then we have the Omen of the Sun. So it's a white enchantment that costs 2 and a white to cast. It has flash, so you can pretty much cast it as an instant. When Omen of the Sun enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens, and you gain 2 life. And for 2 and a white, you can sacrifice Omen of the Sun and scry 2. Be cool. Then we have a black common, Funeral Rites. It's a sorcery that costs 2 and a black to cast, and it says you draw 2 cards, lose 2 life, and put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. So it's pretty cool if you want to cast something from your graveyard. and you also get to draw 2 cards. And then we are getting into the uncommons. We have the Soul Guide Lantern. It's an artifact, cost 1 to cast. When Soul Guide Lantern enters the battlefield, exile target card from your graveyard, from a graveyard, not your graveyard. For a tapping, you can sacrifice Soul Guide Lantern, exile each opponent's graveyard, so the entire graveyard, I guess. And for 1 and tapping it, you can sacrifice it and draw a card. So pretty nice. Then we have a white uncommon creature, an Archon, I think, Archon of the Falling Stars. It's a white creature that costs 4 and 2 white to cast. It's a 4/4 that has flying, and it says when Archon of the Falling Stars dies, you may return target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So pretty cool for those enchantment decks. Oh, wrong pile. And then we have another uncommon white enchantment ore. We have the Heliod's Punishment. It's a enchantment that costs 1 and a white to cast. Enchant creature Heliod's Punishment enters the battlefield with 4 task counters on it. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. It loses all abilities and has tap, remove a task counter from Heliod's Punishment. Then, if it has no task counters on it, destroy Heliod's Punishment. So you can kind of temporarily disable a creature with this. Very nice. And then for the rare, we have the Treacherous Blessing. So it's an enchantment, a black enchantment that costs 2 and a black to cast. And it says when Treacherous Blessing enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards. Whenever you cast a spell, you lose 1 life. When Treacherous Blessing becomes the target of a spell or ability, sacrifice it. So, very cool. And then we have a Plains and a Satire token. All right, let's get into the 20th pack from the Ikoria booster box. All right. Let's get straight into the Ikoria pack here. We have the first common is a blue sorcery, the Gust of Wind. It costs 3 and a blue to cast, and it says this spell costs 2 less to cast if you control a creature with flying. So it will only cost 1 and a blue. Return target non-land permanent you don't control to its owner's hand and draw a card. Very nice. Then we have the Shredded Sails in red instant that costs 1 and a red to cast, and it says choose 1. Either destroy target artifact or Shredded Sails deals 4 damage to target creature with flying, and it also has cycling for 2. Then we have the Garrison Cat. So we have a common cat that costs 1 white to cast. It's a 1/1 creature, and it says when Garrison Cat dies, create a 1/1 white human soldier token creature. Oh, pretty cool that you get another creature from that, and it's only a common. Then we have the Night Squad Commando, a black common human soldier. It costs 2 and a black to cast. It's a 2/3, and it says when Night Squad Commando enters the battlefield, if you attacked this turn, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Pretty nice again. Then we have a green common, a sandworm, a creature, 7/7 creature that costs 5 and 2 green to cast. And it says greater sandworm can't be blocked by creatures with powers 2 or less. And it has cycling for 2 as well. So a good large creature there. And then we have a blue common instant. We have startling development. It costs 1 and a blue to cast, and it says until end of turn, target creature becomes a blue serpent with base power and toughness for 4. And it has cycling for 1. Very nice. Then we have another common, this time a white common instant, the Light of Hope. It costs 1 white to cast, and you can choose either you gain 4 life, or destroy target enchantment, or put a 1/1 counter on target creature. So pretty good diverse card there actually. And then we have a red common instant. It's called Heightened Reflexes. It costs 1 red to cast, and it says target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Put a first strike counter on it. So also cool for those counter decks. And then we have a alternate art, Migratory Greathorn. So it's a common creature, a beast that costs 3 and a green to cast. It's a 3/4 creature. It has mutate for 2 and a green, and it says whenever this creature mutates, search your library for a basic land, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. So it's actually pretty good to ramp out your mana fast and then just mutate it. And then we have another Gloom Pangolin. So this is the Black Nightmare Pangolin, a 1/5 creature. Then we have a white uncommon creature, a elk unicorn, the Splendor Mare. It costs 2 and a white to cast. It's a 3/3 creature that has lifelink and cycling for 1 and a white. And it says when you cycle Splendor Mare, put a lifelink counter on target creature you control. So pretty cool that you can actually put a lifelink counter on something else you control with this ability. Then we have the Sprite Dragon. So it's a uncommon creature. It's a fairy dragon. It costs a blue and a red to cast. It's a 1/1 creature with flying and haste. And it says whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Sprite Dragon. So you can actually pretty fast boost this if you have some instances or something like that. Then we have a uncommon green sorcery, the Monstrous Step. So it costs 4 and a green to cast, and it says target creature gets +7/+7 until end of turn. Up to 1 other target creature blocks it this turn if able, and it has cycling for 2 as well. And then for the rare, we have the Mythos of Brokos, a rare green sorcery that costs 2 and 2 green to cast, and it says if a blue and a black mana was spent, to cast this spell, search your library for a card, put that card into your graveyard, then shuffle your library. If not, return up to 2 permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. So pretty cool to get something back from your graveyard there. And then we have a forest and a human token. All right, so that was the contents of the 19th and 20th booster pack from the Ikoria booster box. And as a little extra thing, also a booster pack. And it is actually from this, a bundle. So I have 10 packs here. And I think in each of the next videos, I will open 1 pack for each video, just as an extra little bonus content. Sorry for the inconvenience at the start of the stream. It seems to have stabilized now, so I think I found out what was wrong. I reset my router, so I think that was messing something up. So this should be pretty stable. But yeah, if you did like the video, please leave a like. If you have any comments for me, please leave a comment. And if you do want to get notifications of future streams, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, and you will get notified of upcoming streams. I will also post streams and links to them on my social media, on Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter with Zodiac DK as the handle. So until next time, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.